Blue Ocean Strategy Audiobook Summary. Escape competition and create new markets. Most people spend their lives fighting in crowded markets, crowded careers, crowded conversations, and they never ask the most important question. What if the real path to success is not to compete harder, but to stop competing altogether? What if the reason you feel stuck is not a lack of effort, but fighting in the wrong ocean? In the next few minutes, you'll discover a strategy that has changed businesses, careers, and personal growth around the world. And once you understand it, you may never think about success the same way again. The book is Blue Ocean Strategy by W. Chan Kim and Renée Mauborgne. It became one of the most influential business books of the modern era because it challenged one of the oldest beliefs in business, that winning means beating rivals. Instead, the authors showed that the greatest growth often comes from creating new space where competition becomes irrelevant. This matters even if you are not a business owner, because competition exists everywhere. In careers, people compete for promotions. In freelancing, people compete on price. In content creation, people copy trends. In life, many people chase the same goals in the same ways, then wonder why progress feels slow. This book solves that problem. It teaches you how to stop entering crowded battles and start creating opportunities others never noticed. It teaches you how to think differently, act strategically, and build value in places where others are not looking. And for many listeners, that shift alone can change everything. The first core lesson is this: red oceans are crowded, blue oceans are open. A red ocean is an existing market full of competitors. Everyone knows the rules. Everyone fights for the same customers. Prices drop. Stress rises. Growth slows. It becomes noisy, expensive, and exhausting. A blue ocean is different. It is a new demand, new value, new space. It is where you create something distinct enough that comparison becomes weaker. Think about two restaurants on the same street selling the same food. They compete on price, location, and reviews. That is a red ocean. Now, imagine one creates a healthy late-night meal service for busy professionals with subscription delivery. Suddenly, it is no longer just another restaurant. It created new demand. This lesson matters because many people assume struggle means progress, but struggling in the wrong arena only drains energy. You do not always need to fight harder. Sometimes you need to move smarter. You do not always need to outperform others. Sometimes you need to become different enough that comparison loses power. Remember that. Not harder competition, smarter positioning. The second lesson is value innovation. This is the heart of the book. Success comes when you increase value for people while reducing unnecessary cost and complexity. In simple terms, give people more of what matters and less of what does not. Many businesses add features nobody needs. Many professionals add effort that nobody notices. Many creators add noise instead of value. Value innovation asks a sharper question. What truly matters to the customer, client, audience, or employer? Imagine a gym that removes intimidating equipment, long contracts, and confusing memberships, while adding short guided sessions for beginners. It cuts what people dislike and increases what they value. That is value innovation. The message is powerful because it applies everywhere. In your career, remove tasks that waste time and strengthen skills that solve real problems. In communication, remove jargon and increase clarity. In content, remove filler and increase usefulness. More is not always better. Better is better. Simpler can win. Focused can win. Useful can win. What should be eliminated? Maybe unnecessary meetings, endless revisions, or outdated methods. What should be reduced? Maybe overpricing, complexity, or time spent on low-value tasks. What should be raised? Maybe service quality, speed, trust, or consistency. What should be created? Maybe a new offer, a new experience, a new audience, or a new delivery model. This matters because most people only ask how to improve what already exists. Few ask whether parts of the system should disappear completely. Few ask what new category could be created. If your results feel stuck, ask better questions. Eliminate, reduce, raise, create. Say it again in your mind. Eliminate, reduce, raise, create. The fourth lesson is to stop benchmarking everyone else. Many people look sideways too often. They copy competitors, copy co-workers, copy creators, copy trends. But copying keeps you inside the same ocean. When you benchmark constantly, you react rather than lead. You compare instead of creating. Blue ocean thinking means observing unmet needs, hidden frustrations, ignored groups, and simpler paths. It means asking what people wish existed but cannot find. For example, if every online course is long and overwhelming, maybe people need short, action-based lessons. If every consultant is expensive and slow, maybe people need affordable, focused sessions. If every job candidate lists experience, maybe you stand out by proving outcomes. The crowd studies the crowd. Leaders study the gap. That lesson alone can separate average from exceptional. The fifth lesson is that execution matters more than ideas. Many people love strategy, but avoid implementation. They plan endlessly, research endlessly, and wait endlessly. But blue oceans are created through action, testing, refining, listening, adjusting. A new idea does not need to be perfect. It needs movement. It needs feedback. It needs courage. Someone may have a brilliant business concept and never launch it. Another person launches a simpler version, learns quickly, improves steadily, and wins. This matters in every area of life. Your new habit, new service, new channel, new product, new career direction, all require execution. Thinking can guide you. Action can transform you. Now let's turn these lessons into a real-life application. If you apply this today, begin by looking at one area of your life where you feel trapped in competition. Maybe work, maybe business, maybe content creation, maybe finances. Then ask, am I competing in a crowded red ocean? Next, write down what people in that space all do the same way. Same offers, same language, same process, same expectations. Then use the 4 actions. What can you eliminate immediately? Maybe wasted steps, weak habits, distractions. What can you reduce? Maybe perfectionism, overthinking, trying to please everyone. What can you raise? Maybe reliability, skill level, focus, speed. What can you create? Maybe a niche service, a unique routine, a specialized offer, a personal brand angle no one else owns. Most people ignore this, but small differentiation creates big momentum over time. This is where real change begins. Not when you become louder than everyone else, but when you become clearer. Not when you work endlessly, but when you work strategically. Not when you chase every opportunity, but when you create the right one. Also, remember this mindset shift. Stop asking, how do I beat them? Start asking, how do I become incomparable? That question can reshape careers, businesses, and confidence. So here is the final takeaway. You do not need to win every battle in a crowded ocean. You may need to leave the crowd entirely. The biggest opportunities often hide where few people are looking. Think differently. Create value. Simplify what others complicate. Build where others copy. If this summary helped you, subscribe to daily audiobook summaries. And next, listen to our summary of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, where you'll learn how to build the habits needed to sustain long-term success. Move calmly, think strategically, and create your own blue ocean.